Hello friends, it's hard to believe it's been a year since I started this channel, and honestly I'm so grateful for all of you for being a part of this film journey with me. When I first started it was just a creative outlet to share my love for films with all of you, and here we are. So thanks for sticking around and for supporting this channel and for engaging with all my movie talk. It really does mean the world to me. So let's get into it. My top 10 favorite films of 2024, and I'll be honest, I haven't seen everything. A lot of these movies won't get released until mid-January, but movies like The Brutalist, The Nickel Boys, Mads, and The Promised Land, they don't really come around to Orlando so quickly. So if you think I've missed something great, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear what your top 10 picks are as well. So landing at number 10, and if you know me, I'm a hopeless romantic, so this film is Touch, which is a romance film about a widower who goes on a journey to find his first love that was 50 years ago. And it just had such an emotional weight to it. It really stuck with me. It's a slow, introspective film that's perfect for anyone who loves a good, heartfelt love story like this guy. At number 9 is Kneecap. I saw this at the AMC Screen Unseen, and it's a wild ride, a biopic about the Irish band Kneecap. It's messy, chaotic, sex, drugs, and rock and roll, and it's unapologetic about it. And beyond that access, there's an underlying story about preserving the Irish language, and if you read the comments, it's a little exaggerated, but still it's fun, it's bold, and it's definitely not for everyone, but it's a unique take on identity and music. Now at number 8 is A Complete Unknown, another rock bio about Bob Dylan, played brilliantly by Timothée Chalamet, and it's a snapshot of the cultural shifts in the 1960s America. Had one comment about, hey, look, there's a lot going on, the Cuban Missile Crisis and JFK assassination, and as well as the cultural music shifting during that time, and Bob Dylan just being there at the right time in the right place. And it's a deep dive into music history and the way that culture shaped us. So number 7, Nosferatu. This one's a little bit more divisive. Some people loved it, like my cinephile friends were all about it. Eggers brings back atmospheric horror in a way that's really unsettling. This isn't a jump scare film, it's more about the mood and tension. And if you enjoy slow burn horror and appreciate the craft of filmmaking, this one's for you. So number 6, The Substance. This one's a lot to digest. It's a body horror film, but with a cerebral twist. And Demi Moore and a star-making moment from Margaret Qualley are incredible in this unsettling film, but about transformation and identity. It's a tough watch, but it stays with you. And if you're into horror that makes you think long after the credits roll, The Substance will stick with you. Number 5, Wicked. I went into this one blind. I hadn't seen the Broadway show or really listened to the soundtrack before watching it, but I have to say I was really blown away by John M. Chu's direction. The visuals are stunning, and the third act, it really seals the deal for me. Then I went on Christmas Day to the sing-along with my family, and that was a great experience. I'm watching it with them for my second time, their first time. My wife loved it. My oldest thought it was overrated, and my youngest was absolutely captivated by it. And it's 3 hours long, almost 3 hours long, and the pacing kept them all engaged the whole time. So that marks for a truly great movie. Number 4, and I might be on an island on this one, Civil War. This one's a bit, again, divisive, but I loved it. It's smart, intense. It's a great war film. It's a gut punch for ending that left me thinking long after. It's not an easy watch, but it's one of those films that sticks with you and makes you reflect on its message. It's definitely, again, not for everyone, but it was a standout for me, and maybe I'm alone on this one, but I thought it was absolutely brilliant. Number 3. Every time I think about it, I start crying. The Wild Robot. It's definitely a heartfelt tale that blurs the line between humanity and technology. The Wild Robot is just a visual and emotional masterpiece. The sound is absolutely amazing. It's not just a children's story, it's a profound exploration of what it means to be alive. When it has you bawling at the midpoint, that means you it means that I had an emotional connection to it. And I just absolutely adore that movie. Number 2, Sing Sing. This is one powerful story, really about redemption set in a prison. It's raw, it's emotional, and the performance really stand out. The film shows how art can transform people, even in a prison. It's a reminder of the resilience of the human spirit and the impact of creativity can have on someone's lives, especially in a place like Sing Sing. Coleman Domingo and Clarence Macklin are absolutely exceptional. Just anybody who's a theater geek like me definitely need to go watch that one. So number 1, finally, my number 1 film of the year is Anora. And in the first 45 minutes, I was wondering why it won Cannes, and then all of a sudden it flips and becomes this genre bender. You feel it. It's poetic. It's beautiful. It's a kind of film that lingers long after you've seen it, and it's funny and heartbreaking. It's a take on superficial love and what true love really looks like. And again, I'm a hopeless romantic, so I love Anora. So that's my list. What do you think? Have you seen any of these films? What are your top picks of the year? So let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear what resonated with you. And as always, thank you for being here, being a part of this film journey. I'm really grateful for this community we've built. And until next time, keep watching and always remember to be real.
Sometimes